Hello YouTube, this is Virginia Revivalist here, and I have an important message to you all. And it's about what's happening in Virginia right now. In Virginia, we are on the brink of a massive civil war. And we have been there since, well, these unconstitutional bills have been passed. They're trying to pass them. Ralph Northam, the tyrant governor, has made an all-out war against the Second Amendment and the Constitution of the United States. Who would make it he's going to pass a law, to where, and these are ridiculous bills, where they violate the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the 14th, the 5th, and the 4th all together. And now, starting with the First Amendment, how he violates it. Locking up people who criticize government officials would be considered a felon. That right there, that attacks the Constitution immediately. Now, these laws, with the unconstitutional red flag law and the one handgun a month law, is actually unconstitutional as well. You see, in the Declaration of Independence, it said life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, let me tell you this right now. You're not going to have happy people when you come and take their guns. And I guarantee you, when they come after them, 1776 will commence again. See this flag right here? It was fought under for freedom. This flag was too, the American flag. And what's going to happen next? We're about to have a war. People have told me, oh, it won't happen, it won't happen. It won't happen, really? Prove that it won't happen. You literally have 96% of the counties in Virginia that are now Second Amendment sanctuaries. Only 2 of them, more like 3, but 3 of them refuse to acknowledge us, refuse to listen to us. And they're in Northern Virginia. One's in Piedmont, but see, the right to bear arms shall not be infringed. To them, it doesn't matter. They don't give a lick. They'll infringe it no matter what. They want us to be able to not defend ourselves and be killed. Be killed. It's sad and it's true, though. My friends, we're living in the end of time. I truly believe it. These Democrats, and not only that, but politicians and the people themselves, there's a reason why this country's fallen to hell. These people, they have forgot about God. They've tried to take it away. They've tried to take away God. They've been attacking and attacking. This all first started in 2015 when they started attacking the battle flag. They started attacking our culture, our Christian culture. There you go. Right after that, they started attacking Christians. Right after that, they started attacking American history. What happened next? They're now attacking the Constitution. They don't care about us. Let's be clear here. Both of the parties are corrupt, yes, but I will say this. As a true American, and as a true Virginian, I will say this. I would rather side with a Republican than I would a Democrat in my home where I'm at. Where these Dems want to take away our rights and destroy our homes. They destroyed people's homes during the MVP, Mountain Valley Pipeline, when they stole land from local farmers in Giles County and Montgomery County and never given their property back. Never. And they didn't pay it either. They didn't pay them or anything. They made them suffer. It's pathetic. It really is. And it makes me mad. It really does. But, now they're wanting to pass this new law that they've increased the gun age of gun use to 18. Or basically, they want to lock up family members. I find that absurd. You wanna know why? Growing up when I did, my father would take me deer hunting. And I went with him from the age of 12. Yes, I held a gun then. But they're gonna lock up family members? They're gonna lock up family members just because they want to take their kids hunting? That's absurd. They're only teaching them how to live off the land, etc. And they don't want that. They want to arrest them and make them felons because they want to teach their kids right from wrong. They're trying to dictate how we raise our kids and how we live. This right here, that's tyranny. And it will destroy this world. It will destroy this nation. They started lies about it. Yes, they started lies, basically saying how basically that all the guns causing trouble came from Virginia, etc. Michael Bloomberg and MDA Moms Demand Action said that. See, they're not using facts during this. They're using their stupid emotions. They're using their emotions in something they can't win, and it's pathetic. This is why they won't win. You're using emotions against the people. There's a reason why 96% of us in the state are not going to tolerate it. We're not going to tolerate tyranny. We're not going to give in to it. They're taking away due process, and they will not give you back your firearms. You see, once they confiscate your guns, they won't give you them back. I had a friend of mine, not saying his name, but he's from Wisconsin. He got raided because, well, he had guns, and apparently never got his guns back. He went to the court about it. They released him and did not give him his guns back. That completely violated the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution. And now they're also trying to pass this. If you find a handgun lost or stolen, you must turn it in or you're a felon. That's absurd. Any gun you find. Or you can't even trade guns anymore. You can't trade. You have to have a stupid permit to do that. Right there. Another violation. Which also violates another. It violates the due process of law. Ooh, it makes me mad. They're wanting to take away due process. And when they take your guns, they're not bringing them back. No. These stupid bastards. Stupid tyrants. Or forgive me, but they don't care about us. They can care less about us. They can care less about our rights. They hate us. Why? Because we know they're wrong. And not just that, but they hate us because we would rather defend ourselves than basically become slaves to the system. You know, we fought a war over this, about 2 of them. The Revolutionary War and the War of Northern Aggression. It's happening now. There has not been this much tension since 1861 and 1776 combined. The mass numbers we saw in Richmond, and now the mass numbers we're having in all these rallies now, times that by hundreds. That's what's happening here. Everyone's pissed. And I mean everyone. You literally had Black Lives Matter people. You had one group of Antifa, just one. Because the rest, they're communists. They hate us. Then the rest of the people, they stand with the patriots. But there's a few out there, basically, they could care less because it would affect their job. It's sad. But it really is. This is the destruction of America right here. And I will say this. I stand with West Virginia, what they're doing. West Virginia was illegally created on 1863. Well, they're not really a state, but they passed this new resolution. In Article 4, Section 11 of the West Virginia Constitution, which would allow any county to join West Virginia as a constituted county. Any of them that choose to do so. And they done that when they saw their brothers in the state of Virginia were being attacked under the Constitution. They were getting attacked because of Northam and his tyrant piranhas. It's sad. But they're the puppets to this. And Michael Bloomberg is the one controlling it. And I'm telling you right now, if a civil war happens in this state, it won't just be a civil war, it'll be a revolutionary war. And it's all Bloomberg's fault. Because that's all he cares about. It is disarming the people and destroying them within. It's pathetic. My people, I know we're living in the end of time, and it's scary, but if we don't get things right with the Lord, we're doomed. It blows my mind at how evil the world has gotten today. A gun law, an unconstitutional gun law, will not save a person from the world today. What happens in New England now? In the country of England. What happens in England now? They ban guns. What happens now? Stabbings nationwide. Stabbings. It's pathetic. They don't care about us. If they did, they would be trying to actually help us. They would be trying to stop the debt. They would be trying to help these counties that are suffering, that have been suffering through the Great Depression, etc. But instead they use us. They use us and they do their dirty work to destroy us. I can name several counties right now that are ghost towns and ghost counties because of how bad they've been abused and mistreated by the state. One of them, Pulaski County, about only one job, literally only one company keeping that town alive in Pulaski. In this area, we're in a depression because they abuse us and they take advantage of us. And so I will say this, that when that war comes, balkanization will happen. When it happens, counties will leave Virginia and join West Virginia. There's a reason why. They've had enough. They have had enough. You think that they'll stick with them because of that when they've been offered that by West Virginia? Passed by the West Virginia state governor and his legislature? I mean, really. It gets under my skin at how much they hate us and want to destroy us. It sickens me. How could somebody so evil care about destroying constitutional rights, our homes, locking up family members, simply because they don't want to bow down to the jaws of tyranny? No. And I'm going to say this. Our voting days are over. If they can gerrymander one state, they'll gerrymander them all. And not only that, but illegal immigration. Because they were so focused on attacking the Constitution instead of what mattered most, which was the border, they let more and more slip in. What happened? Not only did it influence elections and cause their own rights to be at stake and attacked, but they ended up ruining elections. You see, Virginia would have been a landslide victory for Ed Gillespie, the man who actually cared about the people. Ralph Northam doesn't care about us. He hates us. He absolutely hates us. He wants our rights taken away. He could care less about us. He could. Oh, it gets under my skin. I don't know how somebody can possess that much evil in their heart. It's mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing that somebody could be that evil and care that much about wanting to disarm the people and destroy their rights. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I don't know how somebody can live with themselves at night thinking they're causing a civil war. And there's Bible verses about this man. Well, not just that, but also, well, biblical prophecies are happening. And they have been happening this entire month. They've been happening since late 2019. Where you had the circle in the sky. Had trumpet noises flying over Jerusalem. People, wake up. We are living in the end of time. The world has got more evil today. You can't go anywhere now without seeing it. It's everywhere. The more that people try to, get away from God, that will be the death of them. That will be the end for them. And I hate it for them. I really do. But there's only one thing we can do, and that's pray for them. That's all we can do. No matter how much they hate us, no matter how much they want to wring our necks dry and, kill us. Like these ones in Virginia right now, these unconstitutional tyrants. They hate us. But they hate us because we know the truth. That we're not going to be lied to. And here's one of the prophecies right now, which is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 5. Yeah, there it is. 1 through 5. It says, though this time that in the last days perilous times shall come. Happening right now in Virginia. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. Yep. As well as covetous boasters, proud blasphemers. Right there, as well, yes. People could care less. Disobedient to parliaments. Unthankful and unholy. Absolutely. When they attack not only the First Amendment, because that's freedom of religion, but they're also attacking the churches today, and it's sad. Without mutual affection, truce breakers, false accusers, like I was saying, without due process. Incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Traitors, such as Ralph Northam. And his, tyrant league, as I call it. Heady, high-minded lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. They care more about money than anything else. That's all they care about. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. He acts like he's a king. And tries to basically go against the Constitution, which outrules him. But he thinks he's a king. And now we go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 26. Matthew 24, verse 6. But yeah, it's right there, people. And it's scary, but yes, we are living in the end of time. Every day proves it. Here it is. 36. Okay, I found it. But all of the day, the hour, knoweth no man, so not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. That's the end of time. But I feel it's happening. I feel it's going to. And then we have Matthew 24. Yeah, Matthew chapter 24, verse 44. Okay? Here it is. Therefore ye also be ready for an hour, that ye not think the Son of Man cometh. You see, people now many of them are atheists. They don't know what to believe. They're agnostic. And they basically could care less because they worship, so-called science. When in reality, science proves the existence of God. And yes, it does because of the Dirac equation, which discovered antimatter, which therefore humans are made of. With that being said, should a force made us? And that force was God. Now we have Joel chapter 2, verse 28 through 32. And if you don't know Joel, that's in the Old Testament. Yeah. I had my bookmark wrong. 392. But yeah, it's right here, people. I urge y'all to take a look. It's crazy. It really is. It's absolutely mind-blowing in how much they want to kill us and destroy us. So here we have 28 through 32. It says this, "And it shall come to pass that I will pour my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions." People are seeing visions already of the end of time. "And upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days I will pour out my spirit, and I will shew the wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The blood shall be turned into darkness, and the moon turned into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whoever shall come on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For on Mount Zion and Israel shall be deliverance, as the Lord has said, in the remnant where the Lord even shall call." And now we have Luke chapter 21, verse 11. Alright. There it is. 21. Verse 11. "And the great earthquake shall be divers places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights. Great signs shall be there from heaven." A good sign of that right now is the coronavirus. And I'm not going to end this here, but I hope y'all have a blessed day, and God bless you all. But there is several verses that talk about this. Some more are Matthew chapter 24, verse 14, Acts chapter 17, verse 30 through 31, Matthew chapter 4, verse 7, Matthew chapter 4, verse 6, Matthew 24, verse 11, Matthew 24, verse 12, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. I hope y'all have a blessed day. God bless you all. And pray for our nation, my brothers and sisters. Pray. For I do believe the Lord is coming soon, my brothers and sisters. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless you all. Dio vindicate. Keep up the good fight, my people. Do not let the devil destroy you. God bless you all.